Welcome to another lesson on the Level 4 Beginner Guitar course with me, Rex Pearson from rexpearson.com. We're going to be looking at a really interesting topic today. We're going to be looking at harmonics, how to play them on your guitar, the natural harmonics, and I'm going to teach you a relatively new technique, at least for me, which is called heart harmonics. I'm going to show you basics of how to play both so that you know them when you're out there, when you start taking your techniques that you've learned in this last part of the Level 4 guitar course into other styles. You'll then hopefully be a bit more prepared than if you hadn't taken the course. So, harmonics, what are they and what do they sound like? Harmonics. Okay, what I was just doing then was playing natural harmonics. Now these are harmonics that happen naturally on a guitar. You don't have to do anything really special, you just need to know where they are and how to go about making them sound. Now there are three main points on a guitar where a harmonic occurs. Now there's a whole bunch of science behind how harmonics are made on a guitar, all to do with string lengths and vibration patterns and things like that. You don't need to know about that to be able to play them. All you do is you locate your 12th fret, which is here, and you're not going to play a note, you're not going to fret a note like you would normally. What you're going to do is you're going to lightly touch the top of the string just above the 12th fret, exactly in line with the 12th fret. Now this is different to when you're fretting a note where you're slightly behind. You want to make sure you're just on it and lightly touching the note. If you get the pressure just right, when you pluck the string, you get this sustained harmonic. A fretted note would sound like this. The harmonic, it's got a slightly different quality to it. If I do it on the higher string, you'll notice it more. This is the harmonic, the note. That was a harmonic again at the end. Now a harmonic can be used across all the strings on the 12th fret. And that's the first technique that I want you to be able to do, is to be able to play a natural harmonic at the 12th fret, because it's the easiest place to play it. I'll show you the other frets in a minute, but for the 12th fret, lightly rest your finger, doesn't matter first, second or third, pluck the note and then release the hand. Pluck the note and release the hand. If you get the pressure wrong, it will just mute the note. If you release too soon, you'll end up playing the open string. So what you've got to do is don't rush yourself, literally just play the note and then release afterwards. You don't have to do it quickly. I see a lot of people go and try and get away from the fretboard as quick as possible. You don't need to do that. Keep calm, play the note, release. Same with the A string, D string, G, B, and the E. Okay, now it's time to find the other places on the guitar where a naturally occurring harmonic happens. The next time, it's on the 7th fret on the strings, and exactly the same principle as before. See if you can play, by lightly touching the strings, all of those notes. The final place, which is much more difficult to play the harmonics, is at the 5th fret, and again, it is on top of the fret, not just behind. It's exactly where the fret would normally be. And again, try bringing these ones out, but you'll find that these ones will be a lot more difficult than the ones you've done before. Especially that high one. If you've got quite old strings, it's going to be very difficult to sustain that really high pitched note there. Now harmonics, what's the point of them? Well, they sound quite nice for a start, and they can add a new element to your playing, because you can start off with a cool intro, and this is the riff that I'm going to show you, that sounds something like this. Okay, so what am I doing there? Well, I'm doing a bass note, I'm going up to the 12th fret and I'm resting across the B and E strings, and then I'm strumming those two strings. Double harmonic. And then a bass strum. sounds quite cool. Okay, the next thing you can do after that would be to blend different harmonics on the fretboard. And if I give you a very basic theory about what the notes are when you play a harmonic, it's quite easy to remember. The notes on the 12th fret are exactly like the notes that you are fretting. So if you're doing 12th fret on the G string here, if you were to fret a note there, it's the same note. So that note there is a G, the harmonic is going to be a G as well. At the 7th fret, things are pretty much the same thing. They're the note that you would fret. So the harmonic point here at the 7th fret on the low E is a B, and if you fretted that same fret number there, you'd play a B as well. So all of those are basically the same as the notes underneath. A little bit different is the one that happens at the 5th fret. These ones. If you play a harmonic, it's different to the note underneath. Now the note that you're playing at this 5th fret is a note that as if you're doing a power chord. Try and imagine it like a power chord. When you're playing this note here as a harmonic, you're actually going to be playing this note here, which is an E. Same is true on the A string. Rather than playing the note underneath, which would be a D, you're actually going to be playing this note here, which is an A. That's the harmonic point. And it's the same for the next one. When you get to the B string, if you remember from the beginner guitar course very early on, I said if you're on or crossing a B string with these sorts of things, you've got to move one fret because we tune the B string slightly differently. So when you play a harmonic here, it's as if you're playing the note here, not this one, which is the note G. And then finally, you can play a B on the top one here, and then this one would be as if you had your note here, but you don't, so you can't work out what that note is by fretting, but it is an E, in case you were wondering. So there you have it, guys. You've got 3 places to play harmonics, and now you can know what notes they are. So if you want to play little melodies, you can with harmonics, and it sounds pretty cool. So experiment around with that. That's the natural harmonics. The next one I'm going to show you is harp harmonics.